Monday just got better, because The View is live. Super Bowl fumble? It's a post-game wrap-up from whether the big game was a big snore to Maroon 5's half-naked halftime show. Plus, the biggest controversies and best commercials. Phoebe Robinson talks about why she's leaving her hit show Two Dope Queens and how she became besties with Michelle Obama. And you're going places on View Your Deal. The House of Hot Topics is in session with Whoopi, Abby Huntsman, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Meghan McCain. Now, let's get things started.
Well, Super Bowl 53 was last night, and it apparently was the lowest scoring game in Super Bowl history. So congratulations to the New England Patriots, who won their 6th NFL title. Did anybody, I know the answer, but did anybody watch? At the table.
The question is, did we regret watching?
Yeah.
By the way, I just noticed your hair. You look fabulous today. That hair
Thank you, Abby. This is not my work. This is the work of Derek Monroe, who is a hair genius.
Exactly. Yes,
so
he is.
He's a hair genius. He is. I mean, he's a master artist.
Does that mean you didn't watch or you didn't like watching?
I did watch the whole
That's
thing.
how interesting it was. Sunny's hair was more interesting.
I ate so much queso at the end. I felt so sick, and I realized all I wanted to do was eat because it was so boring. After Gladys Knight performed, she was fabulous. I thought she was like the highlight of the show for me. When there were the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds flying over her voice, I just love her.
Her's gorgeous.
But I found the game really boring. I found some of the commercials boring. The halftime show was kind of blah to me. That was just my opinion.
I mean, Look, I stand with Cap, so I am no longer an NFL spectator. I think that the racist behavior that the NFL has portrayed against Colin Kaepernick no longer makes me a fan of the NFL. I think the fact that Colin Kaepernick stood up for racial injustice and has been blacklisted by the NFL is cruel and unjust. The fact that the NFL doesn't seem to care that much for the 70% of its players that are African American.
So you didn't watch?
And they don't care. No, they don't care for their, they don't care for their well-being, and they seem to not care about a lot of the domestic violence that occurs. But what I did do is that I watched the halftime show, because I knew that we would do that for, we would talk about it. And I thought that Maroon 5, that Adam Levine, and I'm a fan of Maroon 5, Adam Levine said that he was going to honor the struggle of people of color and that there was going to be some message. So I was expecting, and I know this is stupid, that Colin Kaepernick was going to come up on the stage kneeling. I was expecting to see his afro, his number 7. And did I miss that? Because I didn't see a message.
It claims that One Love, which was, I think, in drones, behind him was the message.
There was One Love?
There you go.
I don't know what balloons.
I didn't get the message either. I was like,
oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't like the halftime show either, just because I thought it was boring, and I love a spectacle for a halftime show.
Remember Lady Gaga last 2 years ago?
Of course I did. I'm obsessed with her. But can I just piggyback on what you're saying? So the NFL is deeply political, whether they like it or not. And what you're saying about Colin Kaepernick, there's many Americans that agree with you. I disagree with you. But I actually thought they had Dr. Bernice King, Congressman John Lewis, and Andrew Young took part in the coin toss, and they showed footage of Martin Luther King beforehand. I actually thought that the NFL or ESPN Sports or someone should have done a panel, much like we're doing here, before the Super Bowl, with people who agree and disagree, and have Colin Kaepernick there to explain his perspective, and maybe just try and have a conversation beforehand.
That
because
would be great.
thank you, because it's an innately political game. This is a political moment, and the problem is we're skirting it everywhere. And I think it's time to have hard conversations about hard issues. And I, as someone who is in the polar opposite of you on this.
Yeah.
I would like to see a conversation take place rather than just symbols.
That's a game.
With beforehand, a conversation on whatever. I don't watch football all the time, but Fox Sports or ESPN, and have a conversation about what it means and why people agree and disagree, because it did feel like the elephant in the room was ignored.
And I think that was the problem. But Adam Levine, they're scared, because which direction do you go? Do you alienate half of the NFL viewers that are on your side, or on your side, or on my side, or on your side, when you just want people to enjoy the sport? But at the same time, to your point, everyone knows this is going on. Everyone knows that, like, we need to speak to this.
And then Adam Levine, I know he also said, well, you know, I'm going to have a lot of hip-hop artists. So you have Travis Scott, who's a hip-hop artist. You have Big Boy, who's half of Outkast, but then not Andre 2000. So I don't know if he was standing with Cap and not, you know, and maybe protesting. Then I read that Travis Scott and the NFL gave $500,000 to our friend Van Jones's social justice forum. But then I felt that the NFL was paying Travis Scott not to protest. You know, so the NFL's paying $500,000.
I just think
that was my takeaway.
We're not talking enough with each other than on this show. I think that Colin Kaepernick, whether, again, you know, I completely disagree with it. I disagree with kneeling for the flag. But I think if you had a panel of 3 people who are on my side, 3 people on the other side, and then Colin Kaepernick sitting in the middle and saying, this is why this controversy has mushroomed to the point that it has, and this is what's going on, I think people would have been more comfortable with the game being played.
So, Joy, you are awfully quiet. And I take that to mean that you did not watch.
I taped it. I'll watch it when I'm dead.
You missed Adam Levine taking his shirt off in the halftime show.
I know, that was one thing. I mean, did Janet Jackson get in trouble because her nip came out and he's got those nips out?
I don't know why he had to do that.
With all those tattoos, you couldn't tell the nips from the tats.
Quite so, quite so. Oh, there they are.
I mean,
Well, that was the whole thing. And by the way, you know, Janet Jackson Appreciation Day is on the Super Bowl now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of the fans say that's her Appreciation Day because she was exiled because of the nip.
Well, you know, I said it on Friday. I don't want to repeat myself. I think that they should have boycotted the whole thing because of Kaepernick. That's my feeling. Because you make a point when you don't go. Not when you show up and do a half-assed kind of
Super Bowl
thing. Just those people who supported Colin should not have gone.
Well, I 2 little girls I want to point out who did an extraordinary job. They sang America the Beautiful. They're called Chloe and Halle. They are from Atlanta. And they were pretty...
at the game?
Amazing, you missed them. I missed the entire game.
You did.
I missed everything except for them.
Oh.
That's the only thing I saw, and only because I was changing channels.
Oh, I'd like to...
And I thought, who was that? And it was like, oh, okay. Are you going to show the clip, please?
See, that would have been a better halftime show, in my opinion.
Well, you know, the thing about the halftime show is they feel like it always has to be somebody, which is when Bruno Mars did it, everybody was knocked out because they hadn't listened to Bruno for some reason, didn't know what he was able to do. So I'm just saying, you know what? There's a lot to discuss with Colin Kaepernick. It's not going anywhere. We will be around to continue the conversation, and maybe somebody will come and talk to us with it, about it. Who can say except see you when we come back. Bye. We'll be right back.
Later, friends and lovers. The surprising revelation about one of Hollywood's most enduring marriages. Have they found the secret to staying together for life? Okay, so there's a big election coming, and the candidates are lining up.
Are you going to run for president?
We can do impossible things when we come together.
It is raining candidates here on The View.
They all voice different views.
Do you think this country is ready for a gay president?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
But they all have one thing in common. They come here because
This is the best place to do it!
in this epic year ahead,
anybody who wants to make it to the next level in politics has to come on this show.
Because this is the place to be heard.
If you're a Republican and you want to make news, come on this show.
We're The View on ABC. Still ahead, 2 Dope Queens host and What Men Want star Phoebe Robinson. And a View Your Deal for your life on the go.
Hey, welcome back. Today's Black History Month, FYI, salutes the rootin' tootin' pioneer woman Mary Fields, better known as Stagecoach Mary. Born a slave in Tennessee in 1832, she became the first black woman to carry mail for the U.S. Postal Service by delivering by stagecoach. She fended off thieves and bandits through Montana's outlaw territory, never missed a single day in 8 years. And she was built for this gig. She was 6'2", 200 pounds, crack shot with her Smith & Wesson, and legend has it she could drink you under the table. All right? Her deliveries played a major role in settling the Wild West. So here's to you, Stagecoach Mary. Yes, indeed.
She's very famous.
It's an amazing story. If you don't know the story, look her up because it's fascinating. It's fascinating. And yeah, they wouldn't make the movie. I know this for the last, I know where the rights.
Why not?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's one of those things that seems to happen when you want to make movies about people that are fascinating that no one knows about, and you say, here's why it's great, and they say, well, we don't think anybody will go see it.
You got to make it into a superhero movie. Make her a superhero.
She is a superhero.
Yeah.
She's 6'2", crack shot, takes no credit. That's a superhero.
When they pitch it like that, they'll do it.
Yeah.
Old school Smith & Wessons are hard, too.
Smith & Wessons.
It's a difficult use.
Yes, it is. Over another Smith & Wesson. Anyway, Jada Pinkett Smith has been married to her husband, Will Smith, for 21 years, and she says one reason they've been successful is that they realize that friendship is more important than romantic love.
Oh.
What do you think?
Someone in the audience is like...
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what is it that you're left with your partner?
Yeah.
Is it the friendship or is it just the hot and bothered stuff? I suspect because it's easy to get hot and bothered, but I suspect it is the friendship that, you know, here's what's going on, what do we do kind of thing that,
It's
at the end of the day, that's what you need.
It's a biological imperative, I think, to have that heat and that lust in the first few years in order to procreate. That's basically evolution. You can.
Oh, that must be what I did wrong.
Why?
I procreated once and quit.
Yeah. You don't have to do it. That's why birth control exists.
Right.
But that's basically what we're built for. So after that period is over, and that biological imperative is gone, now you're stuck with talking to the person.
Well, what about right now? I'm only 32 and I can barely move around. If you want to feel good about your sex life,
well, that's
come hang out in our apartment.
You weren't talking very much, clearly.
No, but I don't think. I do think you have to have a foundation of friendship because there are chapters in life when it's not all about sex all the time and you're going through hardships and you need a best friend. So the foundation's key, but I couldn't marry someone that I wasn't romantic with, that I wasn't attracted to. I mean, I still look at my husband walking out the door today. I'm like, you look hot today. Like, you still have that. It'll go at some point, I'm sure.
Well, you want that. I mean, Manny's my best friend. We've been married 20 years, and he's my ride or die.
But if you have no attraction, then what do you do?
You know, I know my husband still is attracted to me, but I have to beg for compliments. I do. I can look so gorgeous. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, gorgeous. Earrings, the hair, with the thing, and I'm ready to go. And I say, how do I look? Like, hello, come on. Oh, you look good.
I want you to film this the next time.
No,
I want to see you beg for a compliment.
He's like an understated guy. I get that.
Yeah.
But come on, salivate a little bit.
See the door, too, though.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Salivate a little bit. We'll be right back. I guess before Chris Pratt popped the question to Katherine Schwarzenegger, he made sure to ask her dad for his blessing. Is that old-fashioned, or does it still work for you?
Oh, yeah. I think you have to do it. I remember my husband called my father on the phone to ask for my hand in marriage.
Why, you want to come in person?
Well, my husband was I know, right? My husband was a resident at the time, and he, you know, back then you could stay up like 48 hours. And my father said to him, "What?" and hung up. I'm an only child, and my father was like, "You are not going to ask for my daughter's hand in marriage on the phone." So Manny had to drive to my father like 4 hours to ask.
Well, it is a throwback to when girls were basically property of their fathers and families, and you had to ask. And I was wondering if Schwarzenegger also, if the kid also asked Maria Shriver.
Yeah. My husband spoke to my mother also.
Interesting.
Yeah. I see it more as like it's a traditional thing, but it's also just out of respect. For a family. Like, now that I'm raising a daughter, I'm realizing you bring someone into this world, you give them the gift of life and teach them values, and then whoever's going to marry them, they're sort of taking over and taking on their life. The least you could do is ask the parent who raised them and brought them into the world, can I marry your child?
Why not both? Mother and father.
What do you mean, the parent?
Mother and father.
Well, my husband asked both.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I would have married someone that didn't ask my parents.
But also, I don't think I could marry someone that my family didn't like.
No,
because it's such a blending.
You know, my son-in-law asked me. He asked me if he could marry Eve, and I said to him, "Well, do you love her?" And he said yes. And I said, "Do you have any diseases in your family?" I did. I actually asked that question.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And then he said, "Well, you know, chicken pox." So he,
chicken pox.
Yeah.
He's also not going to say if he really does.
It is kind of traditional, though, right? Is it too?
I mean, I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask this type of question. I mean, I think people do what they want to do. My husband asked both my parents, and I got engaged in a weird way because my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and I got engaged at Mayo Clinic. But he had a conversation with my dad at our ranch, and he was like, "Megan, I want to get married." And my dad was like, "Yeah, but these owls we just have in here." And he like was more concerned about bird watching. He was like, "Obviously, you guys are going to get married, but we had just released owls." And I was like, "So that was the," and I was like, "What did my dad say?" And he was like, "He said, sure, but look at these owls." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. Okay, glad it's okay."
He would have something to say, though, if he didn't like Ben, I have a feeling.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
he loved Ben.
I mean, we were together a long time. I don't know. I think people should do whatever they want.
Yeah,
like, I think also it's like, you know, I don't know. People have different complicated relationships with their families. Like, I don't know. I just don't like to.
You want to know if the guy who's marrying a daughter is a solid citizen, because
it's not a serial killer. Yes.
Well, you know that, but you can always check on that on the other.
Sometimes that's hard to find. We talk about these stories all the time on the show.
But the thing I find is that when you have an only child, I was a single parent. What's going on here? You have to go? Okay.
You wanted to know if his family had diseases.
No, but I was a single parent, and I was always worried. I'm like you. I was worried. Where is she? What time is it? And all that. Once they get married, somebody else has that job.
Yeah.
So you want to know that person can do the job.
Yeah, but you don't know till you know.
It's true.
Because everybody gives good meeting.
That's true. Everybody gives their representatives.
Yes, I'm great. And then the next thing you know, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Yep. That's true.
And here's a hot topic that just came up. Why are you here? What are you doing back at this table? What are you doing here?
I wanted a chance to get a word in one more time. Abby's like, I feel you, girl.
I like another baby bump at the table, though.
Bumps unite. You did this,
pregnancy
Whoopi.
chair. That's the
yes, they blame it on the chair. It's her. No, but
Can you imagine the baby comes up and everybody goes,
"Don't worry,
this baby looks like Whoopi Goldberg."
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right. And then those two.
No,
Boy, Whoopi, girl, Whoopi.
3.
Okay.
That's trouble. No, but I need a favor from you guys. So we just redid our set for our show, Strahan and Sarah.
Strahan and Sarah. Wait a second. Not for nothing. Shouldn't that be Sarah and Strahan?
She speaks truth. I'm working on it. No, but the audience loves the set. They just hate our chairs. Like the chair.
Somebody noticed.
Someone said they hate their chair. Oh.
Ooh, are they even comfortable? They look really low.
They're low.
Those are really...
These are some of the ones we tried out. That's a little hand.
Whose idea? Don't even tell me.
I like that one. That one literally massaged my back, so I'm not going to say anything negative about that one. No, but I remembered how even when things got like uncomfortable here, the chairs were amazing. Don't you agree?
No, I don't like these chairs.
So I was wondering, well,
You don't like the chair.
do you think...
You want to take the chair?
Do you mind?
Well, go ahead. I mean,
want
you
this
guys
chair?
are okay. She just wants one.
No, Joy, you can't come with me.
All right.
Wait. Now, you going to do this by yourself?
No.
You guys, I'm pregnant, not broken.
You want my help?
Yeah, let's do two pregnant women.
No. Here.
Whoopi driving my chair. That's an EGOT. Come
Sarah,
on.
read that.
No, I got it. You can catch Strahan and Sarah at 1 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC.
What's happening?
What's going on?
That's the way to do it.
It's Whoopi's fault.
This week on The View, Jesse Jackson Jr. Now he and his mother hit the table. Emotional, important, exclusive. Plus, from the award stage to our stage, the one and only Glenn Close hits The View. This week... Tomorrow, former Congressman Jesse L. Jackson Jr. opens up about getting thrown in prison for campaign finance fraud. And his mom, Jacqueline L. Jackson, shares the powerful messages of hope she sent him during his darkest hours behind bars.
Baby Phoebe Robinson is back for the second and final season of the podcast turned HBO show that made her a star Two Dope Queens. But she's keeping busy in the new comedy What Men Want and hitting the road with Michelle Obama. Please welcome Phoebe Robinson. Loving your hair. Fly.
Thanks for having me here, you guys. Yes. I'm excited.
So we were talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did I yawn? I'm sorry. Did you watch?
I didn't watch. I'm with Cap, so I'm just going to support him and just, I didn't want, but I heard that it was not that exciting anyway, so I don't think I missed anything.
Right. Yeah. Right. But the commercials are better than the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you do stand-up comedy.
Yeah, I've been doing it for almost 11 years.
Yeah. And someone was telling me that, about something you did, and I know that as a comic, when a famous comic walks into the club, everybody gets excited, and Robin used to stop at the Catch a Rising Star. It was like, oh my God. The audience went wild. And so that happened to you.
Yeah.
And yet you walked out instead of following that person. What happened?
Well, so I won't say who the comic is, but he is an alleged sexual assaulter, and it wasn't announced in the lineup that he was going to be on the show.
So it's not Louis C.K.?
It was not Louis. And so I just sort of felt like this doesn't sit right with me. Like, this is bigger than comedy, and I really just was like, I don't need to be on this stage with someone who is making it unsafe for other people in the workplace.
I see.
Wow. Yeah.
So you have strong principles. Kaepernick, now this. Yeah.
I try. I mean, no one's perfect, but I'm like, if I can do something that simple as just walking away from that, then I feel comfortable doing that. Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Phoebe, you are all over the place, and I know because I love your social media, especially your Instagram. You're in the movie What Men Want. You're doing stand-up. Your show, Two Dope Queens, is back for its second season on HBO. Absolutely hilarious. You and Jessica Williams have had huge success with this and your podcast, Two Dope Queens. How has it resonated with so many people, and what does it feel like that it's such a huge success?
Well, I think Jessica and I started it, 4.5 years ago, because we're like, there's so many brilliant people that are doing stand-up, but a lot of times it's just the straight white guys who are like, late night or whatever. So we're like, we're just going to have women, people of color, people on like the identity spectrum, and just celebrate those people. And I really feel like people saw themselves in our show, and that's like why the show really resonated with so many people. So I'm happy about it.
We have a clip, so we're going to take a look.
Oh, gosh.
All right, let's do this. So it's just a box braid. So not a cornrow, a box braid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's just like let it rip. You know?
And it's just one?
It's whatever you want.
feel like. We're like your cool art.
Yeah.
We're like your cool art teachers. Whatever you want.
I'm gonna massage the scalp because I don't know if she's tender-headed or not. So I'm just gonna do.
That's very respectful of you.
You okay, baby? You gonna be okay?
Those are a lot of inside jokes about getting your hair done.
Yeah.
And I loved What Men Want.
Oh, thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You've said in the past that the way you choose to do your hair on any given day affects the way people see you, makes people feel a certain kind of way. And with the ongoing conversation about black women and hair, does that still hold true? People treat you differently depending on the way you're wearing your hair.
Absolutely. You know, if you have it a little more natural, you're going to get followed in Dwayne Reed. Just trust and believe. They're going to say you tie still toothpaste. But if you have it straighter, they're going to be like nicer to you. And it's just things you have to deal with, but you just get used to. I'm 34. Like, I know what it is now. And I change my hair all the time, as you guys can see.
Yeah.
And it runs the gamut. And, you know.
Throws them off, too.
Yeah, right? I like it. Yeah, no one can identify me. But it is really nice to just sort of, you know, represent the hair the way that I want to wear it and not let them have the power over me about it.
And you've talked a lot about representation, even just here on the show. Was there anyone that you were able to look up to when you were growing up? Because I always found that difficult when I was growing up.
Yeah.
People that just looked like me in a magazine.
Yeah, I was.
Especially on the cover.
Yes, I was really obsessed with Tyra Banks. I loved her so much. And every time she's in the magazine, I like cut out pictures of her, put it in a shoebox. I'm like, I'm going to be like her one day. I'm going to meet her one day. I'm going to have boobs like her. And that still hasn't happened. I'm 34, but it's okay. I've made peace with it. But I really just love what she represented. And I love how she just made everyone feel beautiful about themselves. And, and then obviously Oprah, I'm like obsessed with Oprah. So just always.
Role models.
Yes, I've got role models. Yeah.
Have you spent time with Tyra?
I got to interview her on my podcast, So Many White Guys, and I think a lot of people forget that. And people forget that she's a very smart businesswoman. Like, she's not just in front of the camera, but she's making moves behind the scenes. So it was really cool to like learn from her.
Another BFF that you have is sort of a big deal. People say you can't make great friends the older you get, but I totally disagree with that. Michelle Obama, of all people. How did that friendship come about?
Well, she asked Jessica and I to interview her for Untoed Up Queens, and we're like, you know who we are? We said some really ignorant things on our podcast. You still want to talk to us? So we got to go to D.C. and be in her office and interview her, and it really we just had like a black girl magic moment.
She's the greatest.
She's so fast. I'm interviewing her,
So easy to talk to.
Yeah, she's amazing.
You just shoot her a text
you
now and
interview
then.
her all the time too. That's what I was just thinking. You do it quite often.
Yeah, this Saturday I'm going to be in Portland interviewing her for her book tour, and I want to have brunch with her, just like real, like no makeup,
like a ladies' brunch.
Yeah, and just sort of talk about pop culture and
What hair will you wear that time?
Oh, I gotta have. Oh, my hair's gotta be on point. Okay.
It's something else I love about you. Love abbreviated words.
Yes.
What's your favorite one?
So I like to say soups monogs for super monogamous to describe myself.
Soups monogs.
Yeah, soups monogs. Yeah. Whoopi does not like it, but
you know, in my head I have to see, can you say it just if you're running to catch a taxi?
Yeah.
Can you yell it?
Soups monogs.
Yeah.
Soups monogs.
Well,
there you go.
See, I put menage. There's my problem. She's speaking singularly.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to the world.
All right, so earlier at the table we were talking about Jada Pinkett Smith and what she said about romantic love and being the highest form of love. She talked about friendship first and foremost. What is your take on love? Do you think you need romance and friendship, one or the other? Or?
You absolutely, because in the beginning you're like, oh, this person's so hot, they're so new, like I love the way they smell, and then 9 months in you're like, pick up your underwear. So you gotta have that friendship.
Pick up your underwear.
Yeah. So you gotta have the friendship if you want to keep it going. And that's what my boyfriend and I were. He's a tour manager for rock bands, and we travel all the time. So you have to be. Yeah, that's it. His nickname is British Bake Off.
British Bake Off.
Yeah.
This one knows a lot.
Yeah.
We know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And, years ago.
You went home to London over Christmas time with him, and I was obsessively watching your Instagram stories. They were hilarious. And his mother, you were so funny with
mom
her.
Is so cute. She did not want to be filmed, but I'm like, you're going on my Insta story. She was like, oh my God.
You guys have the sweetest relationship.
Oh, thank you.
So he's a Brit.
Yeah, he's a Brit.
Did you fall for the accent?
I did. I did. Yeah.
I love that accent.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's
I always wonder if he cares because he's in your social media a lot.
He doesn't care. He's pretty good. He's like, as long as my name doesn't get out, I'm feeling good. But he's so wonderful and smart and lovely.
As long as his name doesn't get out?
Yeah, because he doesn't want it to affect his
saw his picture.
You saw his face, but you don't know his name. His name could be John.
Does he know Idris?
Yes. He does not know, but I will have him get on that for you.
You need to find out about Idris when you go back to England.
Yeah.
No, you're happy.
Yeah.
She doesn't find out about anything.
No, just bring him back here.
I'll bring him back here for you guys.
No. Believe me, there have been emails towards Idris. Idris said he'll see us soon.
Sunny. Oh, Sunny.
Yeah.
Not for me.
No.
Yeah.
Not from Sunny.
He's engaged.
Listen, come back.
Please.
Anytime.
Oh my
Come back
God, I
anytime.
loved you. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
So our thanks to Phoebe Robinson. She'll be in Portland with Michelle Obama on Saturday. Check out her new film, What Men Want, and her it's not a new, but her HBO show, Two Dope Queens, both out this Friday. After all of that, we will be right back.
Next, view your deals keeping up with your life on the go. We partnered with vendors for at least half off products perfect for your busy schedule. So sit down for a second, okay?
Life is always running at a breakneck pace. Today's View Your Deal is for you. We partner with vendors for at least half off products designed for your life on the go. It's only while supplies last, so let's get shopping with Greta.
Hi, babe. You look amazing.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to still beam no matter how busy we are.
Okay.
You're going to love this. The first one is soy purse light.
Okay.
This is a purse light, Sunny. I'm going to show you guys, all of you up here.
Okay.
Check it out. All you do, you can pick it up. With just the movement of your hand, you can illuminate your entire bag.
So I'm going to throw it in my
I
bag.
had to put my glasses on to find things in my bag. It's so dark and deep. No more, because you just put this in. It automatically shuts off. No buttons, no irritating switches. You get up to 6,000 hours of light. I even use it in my car. Anywhere I need a little extra light on the bedside table, I showed you there. Original price on these, $30. Today's deal, $15 for light.
This is
beautiful. Keep that. That's yours. Okay. All right. Trez Teak. She's got Trez Teak. I love these cosmetics. So not only are these clever and have a great package, but the formulas are phenomenal, and they're for fast, on-the-go girls like us, because every single one of these not only has a magnetic top, Sunny, but it actually has multiple uses. Cheeks, eyes, skin.
Oh, wow.
That's right. So you can line, you can contour. Look at that. Balm on one side, color on the other. So if you want a little shine. Yeah, and it's magnetic, because the magnetic is great, because when you throw it in your bag, it's going to keep your bag clean, because these are stay-on proof.
Wow.
Love these. And all these formulas are delicious. They're soft. They're incredible. I absolutely love this collection. Original price on these, $12 to $58. Today's deal, $6 to $29. Half off.
That's a good one.
Upgrade your makeup game. Major. All right. So this One Voice Bluetooth beanies. I bought these for everyone in my family, and they've been begging me to bring them back. So I brought them back today, and I brought back a huge assortment of colors. What's the deal? If you love music, any music lover, want to listen to anything, your Bluetooth speakers are built into the hat. It's so genius. Colors, you can do a cute faux pom-pom colors. Guys, girls, kids, my son Kai loves it. Your kids will love these.
So when you're going outside to check Austin's hens in the morning,
it's for her. Original price on these is $70. Sunny, not today. $30. Make your choice. 57% off.
This is great.
All right, I got to bring you over here because it's so good. Okay, Rapid X. I brought you this. Rapid X charger. These are amazing.
Oh, this is for the car.
Fan favorite. It is.
Or
but
home.
check it out. 5 ports, Sunny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep everybody powered up. Keep everybody happy. This is the newest one. This is brand new and out for you guys, because this actually also not only charges faster, the latest edition, but it also detaches. So you can actually detach the extra 2 ports and give them to someone in the 3rd row. So everybody stays smiling. And my house is a must-have. Original price on these, $35. Today's deal, $17.50. I mean, it's such a great price.
That's a good
All right, you're going to love these, because I know you love your reusables.
So this is by Rock Flower Paper. I brought this for you. In this little bag is this tote, which is incredible. So cute design, Sunny.
Groceries.
Yeah, anything. Honestly, I've got to tell you, Sunny, I clip one of these on our to-go bags, like when we travel.
Yeah.
My son's backpack. He goes to, anywhere, puts his swimsuit and his stuff, like Gabriel can throw his stuff in here in a cute color.
Like that.
These are also your packing travel cubes. These come in sets today, you guys. You get 3 cubes, and it comes in that little bag, Sunny. Isn't that cute? Little easy. Original price on these, $33 to $55. Today's deal, you're not going to believe it, $16.50 to $27.50 per set.
That's a good one.
Take that. That's for you.
Thank you.
All right, so, of course, I know you love poopery, which I do, too.
I love poopery.
With the favorite motto, spritz the bowl before you go, and no one will ever know.
All the funk out.
It does, and we have boys, we know.
Yes.
But this is a brand new launch, okay? Scent number 2.
Okay.
You're gonna love it, but also take
The bottles
along,
are different.
refill all an upscale designer look so that you can make your bathroom look next level. And here's the best part, refillables, you guys. So today it comes in bundles. Isn't that so convenient? Refill all of these, even the little to-goes. Original price on these, $65 to $75. Not today. $31.50 to $37 per bundle. Savings half off.
So good. We run through these in my house. Our thanks to Greta Monahan. The clock is ticking, people. You have 24 hours to grab any of these exclusive deals at viewyourdeal.com. Members of our studio audience are going home with gifts from One Boy's Poopery and Rock Flower Paper.